Interestingly enough, I think he would have probably ended up on Maturino. Well, obviously, if he was still sticking around, if Alpha X, but he was out before. Glad he got in Miss 3 Gaming.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see where all these teams are kind of popping up, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
For
we
sure.
went from, like, a handful of teams with one player and then, like, 2 other teams to all of a sudden it's just like, oh, there's 18 teams you have to know now.
Yeah, I mean, they're just new ones. You know, we had some replacements. Some were actually probably net negative still as far as, you know, like, the actual pro teams, you know?
Overall, but, like, yeah, because we was, like, Ents, you know, like, with a Cyril Dunn, now with Basilisk, but that's a 1-to-1 trade.
And then there's that, like, Saudi team that came up recently, too.
Oh, God, yeah, what's their name?
I can't remember for the life of me. There's a few that came up. Maturino coming in how was pretty sick to see, though. They're like, by the way...
that was out of right field for me. 100%.
Yeah. Exactly. That was, I don't think anybody was expecting it, but very cool to see. They know Starcraft, well, I mean, Starcraft is usually some of their bigger tournaments for using their site, I would imagine, it seems like. Funnily enough, I mean...
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, we don't have that many tournaments, but surprisingly, we actually do have a good amount on Maturino, you know?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much anything that's not ESL runs through Maturino. It's just, for a lot of reasons, it's the easiest way to get players paid.
Yeah.
And, of course, they make it easy for community funding and things, so you can't even argue that.
That's true, for sure. And that said, it's going to be somewhat of a gentleman's game here. We're going on. It wasn't too different, but neither of us are ZBZ experts. That said, there is certainly a little difference. Solar is a little greedier here. Ragnarok going for that Bane Nest a little faster. He was going for gas earlier, basically. But it all basically checks out.
Yeah, Solar skipping that first set of lings. He's just, you know, got the queens. That's going to push back 2 lings. These guys, these are people who play against each other enough that they're like, you know what? I know that you're not going to do anything crazy game 1, so I'm not going to do anything crazy game 1. Well, and we end up in a macro game. Funnily
enough, you say that they do. There's really not. They don't really have a lot of people to play against. Like they were, like it was said in ESL Masters, and you can pronounce it. You get what the genre. Young chopping. Yeah.
Something like that. Young chopping. I don't know.
Yeah, good enough. Roddy would give us both shit for that, that's for sure.
Probably. He gave me shit for how I said Rattata.
Rattata. I've done that before too. Rattata.
I regret nothing. I know where I grew up. I know how I say it.
Yeah, it's more of a Pokemon thing in that case either way, you know. Too, and I wasn't really a Pokemon player, so that said, I was kind of there too. I've called him all the stuff because he changes his names like we change underwear, you know.
That's true.
My boy Vanya.
Wayne, you mean?
Yeah, Wayne, Rattata, Vanya, Isaac, the artist formerly known as Prince. Whatever
he is. I want him
to
come in as the player formerly known as Vanya.
Yeah, that would be based.
Someday.
That would be based. Yo, I'm gonna message him that after. He's not gonna be happy.
No.
He hasn't been playing lately.
Is he old enough to get it?
No, he's not. But
yeah,
old enough, too Russian, all these things, you know.
Yeah, it's true. All right, we got Skullings versus Roaches here.
I'm sure. Actually, come to think, I shouldn't say. I'm sure there's enough people that would know the artist formerly known as Prince. And
yeah, I think it's any barrier. It's his age.
Yeah,
you know.
The country, and ironically, the country. I'm sorry for sidetracking. We got a nice roach work going on, but I was going to say the country, formerly known as the USSR, now going back to the USSR. Oh, you just got me thinking there. I'm like, wait a second.
The country formerly known as Russia now, I guess.
Yeah. Oh my god. Anyway, this is quite the game going on here, and we're just talking like, you know, nothing's happening, but realistically, we got a huge push out coming from Solar. He's maxed, he's at a good 70 supply of roaches. Ragnarok's catching up, but his injects and stuff aren't quite there. And we had nice little bouts of micro here.
Yep. He does see this. Ragnarok does see this coming in though, so he is able to get that concave at the top of the ramp. He can try and hold it, but you know, it's a numbers game at this point. Banling's crashing in, going for the drone.
Ooh, yeah, he gets 4, but actually, the Solar's Banes are actually going to help a little bit in the fight, as silly as it sounds. With the roaches, they're getting little bits of extra damage that will add up.
Solar had +1 in there too, and that's incredibly painful.
Yeah, that was a beautiful timing attack by Solar for sure.
Jeez.
I got us all distracted there. We got talking about Vanya and Ratada and Prince and the country formerly known as Russia.
I'm glad if anything comes out of this, that's it.
Okay, we got the lobby like yeah. One thing I will say, in anytime you're getting with pros, you gotta be like eyeing that shit. They will start in the finals without Artosis. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. Yeah, that sounds about right.
One time I had to cover for Mapu. I go, Mapu, I got an idea. Why don't you, I'll get in a call with you. The game had started for a while, but I was like, I'll get in a call with you, deafened, and you can cover it. And he actually did.
Yeah.
And that's how Artosis was stuck with Dave's scuffed obs work. All right, here we go. Changing it up here. Spawning the upper left-hand corner, representing Onside Gaming in the blue. Give it up for our 14-something player. Oh, no, actually, it's 14 drones. It is Solar.
And his opponent doing an extractor trick for a 15 hatch. Oh, my lord. These guys are just catering to me tonight, aren't they? They're like, you know these builds that aren't really viable in StarCraft 2, but are really common in Brood War? Oh, my god, he does it again. What? Give it up for Ragnarok. Okay.
Funnily enough, I do a 15 hatch in ZVs. This is my go-to ZVZ build, but different. It's a boomer build. It's just the speedling all in. The second extractor, though, makes this a little different. Usually the other one's 15 hatch, 14 gas, 14 pool. And you basically get pretty damn fast speedlings, and you have the production of 2. You literally, at that point, you pull your drones off gas, send them to the natural. It makes it look like, oh, you just expanded if it's not scouted right. But Zergs usually know Zergs. They can scout for it. You hide the lings, and you do nothing but build lings after you have just enough gas for metabolic boost. And it's just literally you move across when ling speed's almost done with this massive links, and just keep spamming links.
I'm down. I'm in for it.
Works pretty good against Protoss too, actually.
Everything Zerg does works against Protoss.
Like, what are you talking about, Dave? You selected the race at the selection screen at that point. You know? Alright, anyway. We're gaming here. I'm curious to see what Ragnarok does with his play. It's obviously a little cheeky, but he doesn't have fast gas where he's going.
Yeah, overall, the rest of it's kind of timing out normally. He's droning up here. He's got his queens coming. Doesn't have that quick gas for any sort of quick speed. I mean, Solar speed is already chugging along here.
It gives you the fast hatch for production, I guess. And maybe, could help out from everything else spiraling out. Oh, look at this. We got the cheeky rich gas base.
Need all of that gas. I wonder if he's going to do some sort of heavy roach build since he's going to have all this extra gas, Or maybe Mudas. Straight into Mudas.
Look at this beautiful play, by the way. The hold position on the lings and the queen at the ramp. So he can't scout the main. That was big.
Oh, perfect.
That was really actually pretty sick play from Ragnarok.
Yeah, he's doing really good to make sure you don't want your opponent getting any more information than they need, you know?
Yeah. Were you around when I called obviously knowing the two players apart? When I called Hero, when I first met Hero and Ragnarok in Atlanta when we were there?
I don't know if I was. I don't think I was there for that one.
Well, I called or heard about this. I called Hero Ragnarok and Ragnarok Hero.
Oh no.
Yeah, not like this. It was so fucking funny. And oh man. Many apologies were made. It's gonna be a 9 roach put. Wait, no. What? This is speedlings and +1. This is crazy. That's
Plus
fast
one
as hell.
range.
Yeah, so he's gonna go mass speedlings and he's just gonna pump out. Alright, let's see. He's gonna need more. He's setting up for roaches. He's just going to fake out like a speedling all in. Or something cheeky like that. It's actually just gonna be. It's going to cancel the 3rd.
Oh, this could be huge. If you can get this kill here, it's gonna be super bad for Solar. And yeah, that's rough. Losing that hatch there.
Yeah, because he's already committed 300. And he's gonna catch some. Oh, he catches the queen.
Oh, queens. Oh god, queens are falling. Lings are taking a good fight here, actually. Oh god, two queens fall.
Damn. And
Two
there
queens
she
and
goes.
a hatch for some lings.
And he's gonna have 8 roaches immediately. That's crazy.
Yeah, +1's almost done for him.
Yeah, like this is gonna be 8 +1 roaches. But that said, there's a the layers completed for Solar. He is going into that Glio Reconstitution as +1 finishing up as well. But he's gonna have roach speed quite quicker, and obviously a layer quite quicker. But
yeah. I mean, roach speed is good, but more roaches will beat faster roaches when you're pushing down their throat.
True. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they both will have +1. So they're an even upgrades, whatever. But this is definitely an interesting build from Ragnarok this game.
Sees the lings coming in, pulls 2 drones back that are transferring to hold position in the wall. That was a nice little trick there, just to make sure they don't get in.
Yeah, and
These guys are gaming.
Glio Reconstitution finishing up here. Nice Overlord positioning from Solar. They both have, eyes out on the map. But, okay, he's going to try a cheeky little ling run by, but the roaches are going to catch this. Oh. Jebaited.
Alright, going into +1 carapace here, so we're going to have 1/1 roaches. No speed.
Yeah,
he's just about done, actually, so yeah.
Yeah, and you weren't kidding. The funny thing is, though, look at the supply. He's going to have a bigger supply cap. He has had that 3rd hatch for a while. But 67 army supply, I should say, for Solar. So he's catching up. Solar's pretty good ZVZ player. Ragnarok obviously is a good Zerg player, but in general too. But this is definitely a strange one.
Yeah, Solar definitely has that army advantage, but I mean, Ragnarok's like, what, you're 8 workers ahead?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the income advantage, exactly.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't die to this aggressive push coming in here, which... +1 carapace about halfway done. Doesn't look like Solar's going to wait for that to finish.
No, it's certainly not going to be the case. He does have more roaches in production, though, so... A couple Ravagers also going to be a component here in the fight. Queen's getting some nice transfuses.
But yeah, buddy. But these vials are pushing the line back, and that's allowing Solar to just break this position.
Yeah, it's looking like it's a 2-0. Solar takes it.
Yeah.
Damn, I was kind of hoping to see just to shake it up. As much as I love Solar, Ragnarok go on. Solar actually is incredibly based.
Oh yeah,
but it would be really nice. Ragnarok's a cheeky. I don't know. I always enjoy watching Ragnarok play. He's a really good player.
And the thing is, if Ragnarok was given another, 30 seconds, I think that game can play out very differently. He gets +1 carapace. He takes a good fight on top of a ramp after it's done, But Solar, just with the instincts to not let that happen, it's just, nope, gonna kill you real quick here before that becomes a problem.
Yeah. And that was the first round of 8 played. The Shreyas made it to the round of 8. Funnily enough, we beat Science. So Hero and Han Mono going on. Damn, we're missing some crazy ones.
Yeah.
Dark and Silky, Dong Regu and Nightmare, Gumiho and Jishi. Very cool stuff.
All of those incredible series.
Yeah. Very, very good stuff. Still, Solar's one of my favorite Zerg players on the reg. Not gonna lie. He's I've gotten to like him. He was my good luck charm for casting ESL. I thought for sure my message from Iskar was gonna be you're banned from ESL, and it was because I played Solar and I pause spammed him and Terranimba and all this stuff, and it's pretty funny shit actually.